But we did just kill that guy pretty quick. We had amazing buffs, it seems. Oh, you have fought well. Through all the peril, through all the carnage, this world may yet see the day when peace replaces destruction, when hope overcomes despair. For this world now has a new warden, a new sentinel of solace. Okay, so I do believe that's the end of the early access build. Yep, okay. So we've hit the end of the early access build, boys. And I think that is a good place to start talking about my feelings about the game currently. As you know, I kind of got into a better. If you were watching, I was getting my ass handed to me quite a bit. And oh gosh, there we go. I got my ass handed to me quite a bit. I'm terrible at keyboard and mouse. So that's my first main gripe with the game. No controller support. It is a demo for PC, so they're probably not going to add controllers anytime soon. But if there is one thing I think they should do, is that they should 100% the developer should 100% add controller support, probably as soon as possible. I also understand why if they don't, but definitely controller support would make this game play a lot better because I think a lot of the original bindings I always have problems with. I'm not amazing on keyboard and mouse. So that's just one complaint. Second complaint, it's an early access build, it's the demo, and it has some stuttering, some frame drops. I am multi-streaming, so that might also be it. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt there that because I'm multi-streaming, I'm not going to have the best frame rate at all times, but I am running like almost low settings on everything. I was sitting around medium to low settings on a 4070, 4060, and that was still kind of chugging. So they should probably work on optimization a little more. Maybe they should prioritize that while they develop the rest of the game. I assume they have a majority, I don't mean a majority, but like a large chunks of games they're going to be updating with, and I hope we see more of that. Combat wise, the things I don't like about the combat, it's 100% just going to be the ranged enemies. The melee enemies, once I started getting the groove of things, it was starting able to play a little better. Yeah, the melee enemies are kind of a joke, and there's a reason why there's a lot of them. But the ranged enemies, like the bow dudes and the rock throwers, insane. At the very end there with the trial dude, where you had the two arrow guys and a poison dude on a walkway. What is that? It's like that's some Dark Souls level shit that I don't really need to see in a game like this. But yeah, a next main gripe is that it just kind of threw you in to the deep end without like any exposition outside of like a quick little talkie blurb. The tutorial feels a little lackluster. Not really like not like it just kind of like it almost felt like it was an afterthought for the demo portion, but this is a demo, so I do believe when they do plan to full release or at least partially release more, because I do believe they said is over the next 18 months they're going to be releasing more and more of their content. But yeah, you just get thrown in. I don't even know the main character's name or the rat's name. I think I read online what their names were. I forget what they were, but there's like a way to like adjust the subtitles, but like you can't even do that. Um, Other than that, yeah, what's good about the game, what I'm actually liking, combat feels amazing. Like when you're not getting completely bogged down by range dudes, it's fun to do. The skill tree, you got a Path of Exile skill tree, which is really nice. So you got your standard like what are they called? Action RPGs, right? Is that what they're called? Like the top-down Diablo Path of Exile type of thing, where you have like the giant skill tree. That's going to be fun to interact with, especially mess around with. I do hope in the future, because it's a single-player game, instead of locking us in to what we pick, just let us reset it whenever we want. Probably don't even do an item, just let us reset whenever we want. I think that's a really big thing for these types of games, is changing your build around and not being locked into an entirety. And I think if you, especially like it's a single player game, so it should definitely let us have that ability, like just being able to swap builds on the fly. That'll make the game much more enjoyable, so you can try different things. So maybe like you spend 7 hours in playing dual wielding or like a two-hander great sword build that just forgoes all magic and just charges down and just, face tanks and smacks people. And then maybe after that, you like, oh, maybe I played that build to enough. Maybe I want to swap. So maybe I want to swap to like a pyromancer build. So that's the type of stuff I'm saying. It's like, yeah, definitely give more option variety to the building and by letting us reset whenever we want. That was like one thing. It's like, oh, I want to start a whole new game for the demo just to be able to try a different build. I'd rather just be able to swap when I want to. So that is one thing I would like to see more of. Just definitely what I expect to see, to be honest, because resetting your skill tree should not be something that you should have to worry about. Um, the next thing I'd like to see more of, the story I think is there. Like, I think they have just enough. Like, I don't really know what was going on, but it's interesting. It's like I wished I knew because it seemed like it was much more interesting stuff going on. Like the little denizens that are running around, like the little goblin dudes, and the looks like freaking draugrs or almost like dark elves, that kind of stuff running around. I think we should probably know more. Like I understand this is more of a gameplay demo than like an actual early access title. I think it's closer to a paid demo, so that I will give them benefit there that we are going to be seeing more of that from them. And I can't wait to see more because like the little rat dude, he seems pretty cool. Our character seems like to be some sort of dwarf or something. I don't know what they are. Maybe he's not a dwarf, but it seems like we're supposed to be a sentinel of solace or something. I don't know what any of that means, but it's going to be interesting to see more of. Um, just from the demo, they're probably going to add more weapons, but there's literally like 3 types of weapons, which is one-handed axe, two-handed sword, and a club. So maybe I missed some weapons, but I would like to see more of a weapon variety, especially because you can get more, especially like magic builds and stuff. I'd like to see like mage weapons that aren't really like mainly physical damage, but like buffing your magic could be interesting, or even like a bow, because a lot of enemies have bows. Um, like the actual combat, it's pretty good. The dodge, obviously, I had a problem with it being a left alt rebound it to a mouse button, and I was doing a much better. But other than that, like parrying and stuff like that is rewarding, but there are obviously unblockable attacks. I don't think there should be like a telegraph where it's like, oh, the enemy's shining blue. It means it's an unblockable attack. I don't think we need that. I think this is the especially because they have like a no HUD setting. I think they're really trying to go for almost like a Metro hardcore game style where you just sit there and you don't really know exactly what's going on, but it's still happening in the background. Is something I'd like to see because like I would like throwing this game, ray tracing, max settings, HUD off, and just running through hordes of dudes. That'd be kind of cool. I'd like to see more of that. I would like to see the music is just it sounds like 2 or 3 songs and it's just like acoustic guitar being like plucked a couple times. I'd like to hear more like when it comes like when you start the fights and stuff. I like to hear better fight music, almost like a Doom music, where you get that really heavy metal and just oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking rip and tear till it's done type of stuff. I'd like to see them do something similar because even like Skyrim has battle music, so definitely upgrade the battle music. But like the ambiance with their music, you're just in the middle of this giant mountain type of stuff, and just a little twang coming in and out. It feels nice, but it's definitely something I'm not even like listening to. Um, but yeah, other than that, I'm really excited to see more of this game. Probably won't touch it again until it's full released. Maybe if there's like a major update that's like, oh yeah, we got like half the games out. Maybe I'll take a peek, but definitely do not think I'm gonna be playing more of this game until it's full release. But obviously, like it was like $7 on Steam for like a quick like 3 hour demo. And if you buy it now, you get reduced and all that stuff. Like $7, that's a cup of coffee here in California. So I'm not too worried about it being bad, but like just by judging by what we have now, I can see this game being pretty fun. It does match like Skyrim with Doom aesthetic or like Skyrim with chest hair. I'd like to see like how like there's the animation when you kill a boss enemy like the Minotaur or the little dude with the giant sledgehammer at the end. I'd like to see more of those. Probably there was like a special there was like a if you hit left control, it was supposed to do like a special attack, but I'm assuming that's going to be something later in the game. But definitely want to see more of those like sync kills and stuff like that. It's more fun. Like the little slowdown when you chop off a dude's head, that's pretty cool. But like it'd be nice, like, oh, you're gonna kill someone, like you one shot him or something. You just slow the game down, you just go swing down, slice him in half, stuff like that. Would be kind of interesting. Maybe that's not what they're going for, but definitely would be much more interesting to just bisect somebody or something like that. Yeah, other than that though, I think there was some NPCs at the very beginning that just had no dialogue. I like to see that fleshed out. overall the setting just needs to be fleshed out and shown to us in a way that isn't just a combat demo effectively. And like a lot of the areas, they're really beautiful, but like you could walk around and there's just empty. Like you break a box, nothing in it. You throw it at somebody, nothing happens. There's like destructible environments that you don't really realize happens until you walk underneath a thing and you actually get like an arrow hits the thing you're standing underneath and like it collapses down type of situation. I'd like to see the environments more fleshed out. Again, it's an early access build. This is a gameplay demo, effectively a paid demo, and I'd like to just see more of that, like more environment. Loot is just crafting materials for alchemy, and alchemy is its own separate tree at the bottom. So it's like I don't really know what to do there, how to mesh with that type of situation. But definitely, yeah, more fleshed out areas. Enemy variety seems like there's going to be a lot of them, especially once you get further in the game. Like the little hammer dude and the minotaurs just popping up periodically in your fights are going to be pretty fun. But yeah, definitely want to see more. And I think that'll be it for today. So thank you all very much for watching. Really helps me out a lot. And as always, bye bye.